In this video, I'm going to review with you the Degrees and Certificates dashboard. So as with the other dashboards, we have some filters on the left-hand side. You can filter by your program review unit if you are collaborating with other departments and have been placed in a PRU. You can filter by department, by award type, and then the attribute we have on this dashboard is STEM grant, which really means all of the STEM programs. So if you select the STEM grant, what happens is it filters out and only includes STEM fields. So let's take this off and let's look at the dashboard. This view is college-wide. So this is looking at the number of degrees and certificates awarded over the last 4 years at the college. You can see the trend over time in terms of total awards. The college peaked in 1920. We had a dip in 2021, but hopefully that's going to rebound as we return from COVID. And then you see the breakdown in terms of associate's degrees, certificates, and non-credit awards. You also see the different program awards listed here by year and then the number. Let's go ahead and let's filter by a department, and I will again pick health since that's my area. So here you can see we haven't offered many degrees and certificates in health education over the last 5 years. The list of awards are here. Now, something that the data doesn't tell us that I know is that this health local degree has been retired. So when I see the trend goes down to 0, that makes sense to me and I can disregard it. However, there is an AST in public health and we have not awarded very many. So as a department, we should have a discussion about what we can do to help students know about the AST, to help them know what the requirements are and what they need to do to apply for it, and what they can do once they achieve it. Another award that's available in public health is a local AA that's aligned for transfer to Cal State Fullerton. This was put in place for 2019-2020 students. So as you can see, there aren't very many awards given because it's a new certificate. So this data is here to look at. You'll need to make sense of it in terms of the trends. But the other thing that we want to look at is this suggested goal area. So let me go back to the college at large. Orange Coast College has a set of institutional set standards that are aligned with the Vision for Success goals outlined by our Chancellor Eloy Oakley. For associate degrees, we have an institutional goal of increasing in the next 3 to 4 years the number of awards, associates specifically, that we award by 20%. The college has also made the goal of an increase of 28% for the associate degrees for transfer. And so what we're going to do now as department faculty is align our goals with those of the college. So over on the far right, you'll see that there is a suggested goal for 24-25. This is a suggestion in terms of the department's goal for the number of awards that you will hopefully have awarded by the year 2024. It's based off of the 2017-2018 year, and it is 20% for associate degrees and 28% for associate degrees for transfer. So let's filter by associate's degrees. So here you can see that for natural science there were 113. So this will represent 20% increase from the 113 as a goal for 24-25. Now again, these are suggested goals. Faculty members in the department need to decide what a realistic goal will be. Also, because we're moving to a performance-based funding model, it will be important that as faculty, we do what we can to help students navigate the system and complete their associate degrees and their associate degrees for transfer. So the task for us in this prompt is to look at the trend of the number of awards we have been granting to our students and then set a goal for ourselves. How many do you think is reasonable to expect within the next 3 years? For those areas that had fewer than 5 degrees or awards given in 17-18, the general recommendation for a goal is 5. If the department thinks that that is unreasonable, of course they can set it at something else. But again, this is just set on trends and the idea that we're working collaboratively to reach the college's goals. Over on the right-hand side, you see the ethnicity and race and gender of students that have been given the awards. So it's important to look at this to see if there are differences by race and gender in terms of those that are getting the awards. If there are differences, please have a conversation with the faculty in terms of what's the plan? Do we need to gather more information from the students about why that is? Um, we all know that there are students that leave the college without applying for graduation and don't get an associate's degree because they just don't know that that's a requirement. The application, they don't realize that that's a requirement for being awarded an associate's degree. So within the department, brainstorm across departments, brainstorm about what we might be able to do to help our students to get the degrees. Now, another page that we have is denied degrees and certificates. And this really speaks to what I just mentioned. Oftentimes, students are denied a certificate or a degree when they apply, and generally speaking, it's technical reasons. The denial is because they didn't provide appropriate information, they applied for the wrong degree, lack of units completed. But so, in terms of the reasons for denial of awards, they are listed here. So with this information and with the conversation within the department, the prompt asks us to look at the number of degrees and certificates that are being awarded in our programs and then decide on a goal and then come up with some ideas to help our students complete their associate's degrees or their certificates